In John chapter 6, we talked about where Jesus fed the 5,000 with 5 loaves and 2 fishes. And this miracle gained him a huge following. Many followed him across the Sea of Galilee to Capernaum, where he taught them in their synagogue. And he told them there that he could give them the bread of life, and they would never hunger again. And they said, "Lord, evermore give us this bread." But then he shocked them. He said, "I am the bread of life." And in verse 53 and 54 he said, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, except ye eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, ye have no life in you. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day." We read over in verse 66, "From that time many of his disciples went back and walked with him no more." They didn't understand that he was not talking about cannibalism, that his body would be dismembered, they would eat his body and actually drink his blood. We read over in verses 63 and 64 where he told them, "It is the Spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit, and they are life. But there are some of you that believe not." Isaiah had prophesied 700 years before of people who would not have spiritual ears and spiritual eyes. They didn't understand that he was speaking to them of spiritual matters. They followed him as someone would follow a sideshow, or as someone would follow to receive a handout of food. But the true believers hung in there. Jesus asked the 12, "Will ye also go away?" And Peter answered for them all in verse 68 and 69, "Lord, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the words of eternal life, and we believe and are sure that thou art that Christ, the Son of the living God." I'm with Peter. I made my choice long time ago, and it was forever.